was feeling saucy, and so my topic tonight is sauces, condiments, and toppings, okay? Yeah. So, I really relish the opportunity to be here with you all, just here addressing the crowd. My name's Dana, or for Spanish speakers, soy Dana. And puns are my jam. And you gotta do what you love. That's what my mom always said. You know, my mama laid that all out to me. So tonight, we have some great contestants who mustered up the courage to get up here. And they're all really good. After every guy, you're gonna be like, mayonnaise good. They're clever people, they're good writers. All really strong stuff, and they've all been on stage before, so they know what it is to take in the warmth of the crowd, to bask. Oh, how glorious. We've had some weird ones in the past, though, I will say. We had a show where this guy was like up, hunched over, his two friends were dragging him to the stage. I was like, is this a Weekend at Bernays moment? Then he finally got to the mic. He would not speak clearly. I'm like, dude, you gotta speak. You can't just mumbo, okay? Then we had this woman, Barbara, who was so nervous about when it would be her turn to get on stage, which is weird, because, like, we're gonna give barbecue. So she finally got up here, and she started off really strong. Halfway through, she switches, starts speaking Dutch. No one knows what's going on. I was like, girl, my Holland days are behind me. I don't know what you're saying. It was so awkward because I was looking at the audience, they're looking at me, and we're like, I don't want to tell her. Can you tell her? We had this other night, and DC Improv does a great job seating everyone, but someone must have not been there, or like the worst usher ever was working. Because this person, like, people were just wandering into the show, and not even just people. I swear, a horse came in here wearing like a flapper dress and a boa. And I was like, look, I like a marinara appropriate clothing. Thank you. You just needed a second to catch up. Then this guy came in. He was some kind of like priest or preacher. I didn't know what his role was. He looked really confused. So I was just like, hey, holy guy. Then he looked at me and I was like, oh crap, I don't actually know what to say. So I was just like, peace be upon you. Then he just looked at me. He looks at like half the crowd and he was just like, oh juice, and left. The worst thing they did, though, they let in my ex-boyfriend. And he's one of those where, like, at the time we were dating, I thought he was a wonderful guy. But you know what they say, hindsight. It's 2020. And so this guy, like, it all came back to me. He was the worst in bed, right? So he's coming out to me in pesto. It all comes back. I, like, close my legs. I chut knees. Then he said something really rude. He's like, oh, sounds like you're not pregnant. I was like, yeah, dude, I don't want to be pregnant. What do you think my insistence you were a condiment? All right, well, I think it's about time for me to dip.